So I met the Redemption Project back in 2016, 17 with one of the founders, Tim. I met him in prison. At this point, I've been in and out of incarceration since the age of 12, 13. Before I met Tim and all the guys in the Redemption Project, I was lost up until the point where I went to federal prison when I was 28. All I did was sell drugs. I never had a job. I didn't know how to read and write. The only life skills I had was selling drugs, counting money. That's really about it. But when I got to federal prison, I met Tim through Dave, and Tim would always talk about when he gets out of prison that he wanted to help guys like us. And at that time, I was like, yeah, man, whatever. I heard the story before. A few years later, Dwight showed up, and he talked to us about the Redemption Project, all the virtues. At this time, I was taking classes in prison to prepare myself when I go home. I have already been incarcerated probably about 5-6 years on the federal bid. I got 16 years, but during the time when I went to prison, I told myself, actually when I got sentenced to 188 months, that I had to change something. I just didn't know what. I had those skills. I just knew that I was a person who wanted something different. I did not want to be in prison the rest of my life. So when the Redemption Project came in and offered these classes about the virtues, about learning how to work, there was companies out there that wanted to give us an opportunity. I signed up. I took the class. I learned that a lot of the skills that I already had being in the streets, that I can apply them into something different. I learned that I can sell myself. I learned that I can work. I've been out of prison now 13 months, and I got a great job. I work at a wonderful plumbing company. They gave me the opportunity to excel in something, to use the skills that I had into something, doing something positive. Now that I can continue to do something and I never have to worry about going to prison. But I got those skills of being able to sell myself to what the Redemption Project. My mentors have been very helpful throughout my transition, something that I never had doing other programs, not in prison, but also out of prison. They guided us through what to expect, when we're overwhelmed with something, how to overcome it. And they have a once a month class that we all get together and we share our frustrations, share our successes, and share how we can help each other out. I think it's gonna be a wonderful program if you guys that continue to have something, so when they do get home, after 11 years of being in prison, this program in particular to help me navigate a lot of the things, because after being in prison 11 years of having to be up at 9 o'clock in the morning, being counted at 12, being counted at 3:45, being counted at 9:15 before you go to bed, you get stuck in the routine. But these guys, the Redemption Project, your mentor helps you to get out of those routines, get out into something different. It's very overwhelming. And if we don't have something like this, what are guys gonna do? They're gonna go back to what they know, go back to the streets. That's very easy. Staying out is the hard part, man. Anybody can make it to an out date, but how do you continue to stay out when you get to that out date if we don't have anything to fall back on? If every time somebody wants to feel like that they don't want to spend the money on people's freedom, but they want to spend the money to incarcerate us. Let us have a fighting chance to people who've never had a chance.